If you are in the market for a home, or even if you're not in the market for a home and you need to buy a home at some point in your life in the future, this is the podcast for you, because we're going to talk about actually really a program that's only available in Washington State right now, that's really innovative and forward moving and really kind of addresses reparations, and in my opinion, in a certain way, in terms of home ownership. And this is a really, really important episode, and I hope you tap in and you listen. And we got some other things. We'll talk about some other things, touch on some other things. But what's up, JDM? Let's get it, man. We got the brick by brick.
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
good?
No, I'm excited. I'm excited about this one because we've talked about it multiple times, but
Yeah.
now we got someone that's, number number one and doing it for everyone, like really, really,
Yeah.
really putting on and putting up numbers, triple doubles for people in this field. So
Yeah.
this, I'm excited to talk about this one.
Putting up them numbers, man. Yeah,
No,
it's
for
really
real.
good. And I hope people may have more questions, and this might not
Mhm.
be the only time he's on. But I think that it's important that, obviously, like when we started this podcast, the whole point was to educate as well, like,
Exactly.
and educate on finances, or just even not educate, but even expose, because nothing on here is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. But I also want to just share like
Yep.
what I'm learning and what I'm looking
Exactly.
at. And
Exactly.
I think that that's important. And so we just trying to pass that knowledge along to y'all, man. And then
Mm.
obviously talk our shit about everything else, and just talk about like whatever out there is going on, which there's a
Oh yeah.
lot today. So
Yep.
metals, man, before I get into this,
Yeah.
also hit the subscribe button. And if you ever need to buy a home, Windermere Abode is your place to be. Go to Windermere Abode, reach out to somebody, get some information, all that good stuff. And then if you need your health and all that, where you need to go.
Come on, man. Pull up the damn performance cryotherapy. And if you need to lock in mentally, go cop some Zenith nootropics, man.
Yep, I just got me a new bottle. I
Got to,
just came
man.
in Monday. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I can't wait. Like all this with that, and then the next product we have launching, and along with all the like the merch and kind of the way we're gonna push it to not I don't even want to call it a brand. It's gonna be a club. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just gonna
Hmm.
be a movement
Yeah.
of people trying to
Yep.
be, their healthiest, strongest, most successful, and turn into like actually like a club and a more of a movement. Probably have a Discord where it's just people that's the way we talk about stuff on the pod. Let's have people in the Discord just bouncing ideas off each
Facts.
other, help each other out. So
I
yeah,
love
man,
that.
I'm excited.
I love that. Yep. I'll be up in there.
Yeah,
Also, shout out to Dr. Reese. Dr. Reese came on last week, and we haven't dropped that one just yet. But by the time you're listening to this, we may have. But if you're listening to
yeah,
this on live right now on YouTube or on X, we have not dropped that one yet. But she comes with so many gems last week. That was a
sure,
dope conversation, and
sure.
I can't wait to drop that one as well. So we got a lot of content for y'all. And I just think that there's so much value out here, and it's going to continue throughout the year. So this train don't slow down. You know what I'm saying? Like, didn't start this just to quit.
Yep.
There's another podcast that just dropped with Dev in the Lab, Devin Williams, from 10,000 Hours. So he just dropped a pod with another cat that I'm not familiar with, but they just had Freddie Gibbs as their first guest, which is random,
That's
but it's
wild.
Through Ball is Life, and super dope. I want to support that one too. So shout out to them for starting that. And shout out to all the people in the town, man, that support. Like when you see us out in the town and you shout us out, and brick by brick, man, we feel that love, man. Like that means everything, man. Because that's
Exactly.
why I started this. That's why we started
Yep.
this, is to just make sure that y'all was tapping in, and that just means a lot to us. So,
For sure.
um, anyway, Tacoma Hoop, real quick. Tacoma Hoop. So I checked out. So Bellarmine has now beat everybody in the town. I don't know if they've
Yep.
lost to anyone in the town. They beat
No.
Annie Wright.
Yeah. Yep.
They beat Lincoln twice,
Lincoln and Silas.
beat Mount T twice, beat
Yep.
Silas twice. They're the best in the city, man. So
Yep.
shout out to Bobby Moorhead, man. Shout out to Bobby. He
Oh.
got them boys playing.
Yeah,
But
man. They
Lincoln,
got. I was gonna say he got a good staff with him too, like Tay, and
yeah.
even having Zach come over and help. Like
Mm-hmm.
he got some good basketball minds over there for sure.
Yep. Yep. They're doing a great job, man. Lincoln's nice too. Dave is that guy.
Yeah.
Dave is, man, even in that Lincoln, I watched that one online. I didn't go to the game at Bellarmine this week, but I watched all of them online. I watched Mount T play. I think Mount T beat Central Kitsap, and then Silas lost to Gig Harbor at Gig Harbor.
Yep.
That was a big one for them. Who else played? somebody. I just be watching online. You know what I mean? Hey, you
Mhm.
know what's crazy though? I be watching like, bruh, the last one on my screen when I opened up my laptop, I was watching Concrete and Cashmere or something like that. I'd be watching random. I'd be watching Cleellum. I was watching Cleellum versus like Thorpe. Bruh, I'd be
That's
watching,
that's how you know ain't no
but
other game, no good games was on. When you start watching Camus and Cleellum.
hey, hey, Camus got hoopers though. Camus got what's his name? He's nice. Camus got a nice hooper.
Mm.
Damn, I forgot his name.
I'll say
He went there a couple
I'm
years ago, but then they got another one that's coming through. That's nice too.
I'm
But
saying that, and then
they're
watch me have to host them for state.
facts. That's what I'm saying. You gotta big up them real quick. Uh, yeah. So Tacoma hoop, we got districts and stuff coming up. My son's league championships is tomorrow for swimming. So I know no one keeps up with swimming, but I do. So I'm gonna talk about it. But yeah, I'm excited for boys swim league championships tomorrow, and then districts next week. So they run about a week ahead of basketball, which is kind of nice because then I can go to the basketball stuff as well and not miss it. So yeah, I'm excited. This is my favorite time of year, man. We're getting into playoff
Where
time. So
where is districts at for swim?
swimming districts is at Rogers, but league championships tomorrow is at Foss High
Okay,
School. So
okay.
yep, I'll be tapped in tomorrow. I'll be at the pool tomorrow, just watching leagues. And he already got district time, so I'm just
Oh, that's
it's
fire.
just kind
Yeah,
of a
yeah,
warm
yeah.
up for districts for the most part. But yeah, you still want to swim your best, you know what I'm saying, and maybe get a PR
Exactly.
and hopefully get to
Yep.
state. So
Exactly.
yeah, this is the time you got to swim. Everybody's there. You know what I'm saying? That's what's dope about it. Everybody's in the same spot, and you just show out, man. Like do your thing.
Exactly.
So, man, metals is crashing though. We talked about metals a little bit,
Yeah.
but yeah, metals
I
is
mean,
going.
I
Is
mean,
not
it had to though. I mean, the run it's been on, it can't just keep doing that forever. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Like the gold and silver, it went so crazy in the past, like I said, like 6 months to a year, where it's like this is healthy. You have to like otherwise, because even the past, I mean, I know what gold is right now, but I say the last like 6 months, it was at the point where like you don't even want to, like, outside of just if you're buying actual like stock in it, like you don't even want to buy no damn gold. It's so expensive. Where it's like, nah, you got to wait for this to come back down. So
Yeah,
it
that's
it had
crazy.
to come back down.
Silver went from 120 to down below 80, bro. That's wild. I
It's
mean, it did
crazy.
have to though. It did have to.
I
30%
know,
in a single day.
I know so many people that was saying they was buying a bunch of silver, just bricks of silver when it hit, after it hit like 100, 110. I was like, y'all tripping. If you guys don't wait for this shit
Yeah.
to come back down, like, but that's
Yeah.
how it is with Bitcoin. It's like, oh wait, it's
Yep.
100 now. Can't miss this train. And it's like, nah, man, you
Yeah.
gotta be
Yeah.
patient
Yeah.
with all this.
Don't be top blasting. We don't want to
Oh
top
yeah,
blast.
exactly.
Try not to. If you see, this is just a rule of thumb though. Like you don't never know how high it's gonna go, but that's why
Yeah,
there's a past episode me and Josh Parrish were talking about the RSI. So when things are overheated on the RSI indicator, that means that like if it's above 70, like that means like yeah, it's overheated, like it's overbought basically. So
yeah,
that means that it's gonna fall at some point in time. And I think these metals were overbought for probably a couple weeks
for
straight or
sure.
3 weeks straight. So
No,
it
yeah.
was just a matter of time. And so gold crashes below 4,700, falling 13% in a single day. That's crazy.
Mhm.
Another big one that happened is President Trump officially selects Kevin Warsh as the federal new Fed chair. Sorry, damn, but that's a big deal because he wants to get someone in there that's gonna, be pro him basically. So that's interesting. Those are crashing. What else? 3.15 trillion wiped out from gold and silver's market cap in the past 24 hours. That's wild, bro. But what might
No, yeah.
happen here, I think why some of this volatility is happening is because of the Clarity Act, which is now, it just passed the agriculture. I'm trying to look for it here, but I can't. It's, yeah, crypto czar David Sachs says U.S. is one step closer to becoming the crypto capital of the world. That's because of the Clarity Act. I'm trying to look for a post, but yeah. So right here, SEC Chair Paul Atkins says regulators are ready to provide clear crypto rules. So that's on the Senate floor. It's about to be on the Senate floor right now.
Yeah.
So that's being voted on probably next week.
Okay.
I'll update more on that. Man, NBA trade deadline. Then we'll get to our guests. This is kind of crazy. I don't like this trade personally.
No.
DeAndre Hunter for Rui and Dalton. I think you need more back from that. Giannis, where's Giannis going?
I mean, didn't it sound like it was between the Warriors and what was it, the T-Wolves? That's what I
Yeah,
saw might be
I
the
mean
favorites.
he's linked to everybody. Look, Lonzo Ball about to get traded.
So
Damn,
I'd love to
OKC
see
Thunder looking for help.
Lonzo play with LaMelo
Yeah, that would be dope.
for sure.
Yeah, there's all kinds of names being thrown out here. VJ Edgecombe, they saying they won't get rid of him. Um, look at D Wade's statue. That's still an atrocity, bro. Remember we
Yeah,
talked about that? That's
crazy.
crazy.
That's
Who greenlit
yeah.
that, bro?
That should
D
have been
Rose said he don't want the Bulls to give him a statue after seeing D Wade.
no, that's facts. That's facts though. If they mess up your statue, bro,
that's crazy. So
just give
anyway,
me a
Brooklyn Nets are
painting.
expected to seriously. What's up?
I said if after you see that, like, nah, just give me a big painting or something.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, everybody's linked to Giannis, man. We don't know what's going to happen there. We'll get back with that when the time is come. By the time we get on this next time, we're gonna have there's gonna be a lot of trades probably that have been made.
Did that say
or
Brooklyn's trying to give up Michael Porter and 11 people? Just the whole squad
Yes.
and only have Giannis. They're
Yes.
gonna be stuck with Giannis and
Giannis
the rest
that
of the
ain't
players.
gonna happen, bro.
The rest of the roster is gonna be the bench for the Warriors. You just got to go get a couple tennis cricket players, and
they might need Kerr to go over there and start coaching because he gonna play them all.
Anybody, man, Kerr gonna play anybody. He gonna go to a local pickleball tournament and be like, "Hey, we need you out here for 20 minutes a game."
I do. If I were to take a guess, I think he's gonna end up either with the Warriors or the Knicks, in my opinion. With Cat and just what makes sense for the Bucks. I think that might be the play.
For sure.
Who knows? We'll see. I mean, I'd love to have him on the Lakers. I mean, go ahead and send everybody and have Giannis there, but I don't think that'd be a good move for the Lakers. I think they need to get a couple wings and call it good. Maybe trade DeAndre Ayton, go get Hartenstein, because they said Hartenstein was out on they're looking to move Hartenstein. I was like, well, shoot, I'd take him. If you got Jackson Hayes and him, you're good.
Exactly.
Because he got a motor. Like, Ayton don't got a motor. They need a guy with a motor.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, man. So let's bring our guest on. So we're going to talk about the Covenant Home Loan Program. Our guest is from Illinois, originally from Illinois. Started doing mortgages in Indiana in 2008, I believe he said, which was at the crash. I'm interested. 2008. I hope that's crazy to start at that time, doing both residential and commercial loans. And he's been in the Pacific Northwest for 3 years now, and just still getting acclimated to that. And went to school for photography actually, and has an interest in the arts, which is something I didn't know when we were just talking backstage. So welcome our guest, Titus Davis. Man, what's good, brother?
Hello. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. Yeah, that '08 crash was no joke.
Yeah, I was like, damn, '08. Like you said that, but I didn't register. I was like, damn, what was that about? Because in '08, that's when
the
it
flip
crashed.
side to that is, so I started in 2000, moved to Michigan in '08 during the crash. I picked up a foreclosure. I bought a $60,000 house for $30,000. It was a 3,000 square foot sitting on an acre and a half.
Damn.
That was the best real estate purchase I ever did. But yeah, that '08 time period, there were more millionaires created in that '08 to 2010
I believe it.
in real estate ever, because you only lost money if you sold. Like, we were buying, selling, flipping. If you held it, yes, it dipped. But when it came back, like, my mentor, he hold all of his stuff, and he's like, I'm not selling my stuff. I'll just wait.
Yeah.
And now he's flipping hotels in Florida. And we started flipping houses in Fort Wayne, Indiana. So
right.
Yeah, my journey has been a little crazy, but I'm really excited. When I moved here, so it was about a year later when Covenant came out, and I was was floored, right? I think everyone was like, what?
Right.
Like, really?
Yeah.
And I think one of the greatest things that we fight against is people don't believe it's real because it sounds too good to be true.
Yeah.
Right.
So then they never make an effort to see if they qualify or if what they can do to potentially qualify. And I think that's one of the hardest things that we face. You guys face it, we face it, as people that are like, that ain't real, until one of their families or friends or actually does it, and then they're like, oh, well, yeah, my parents have been here since the 40s, and then it's like, well, what are you waiting on then? Well, I didn't
Exactly.
know it. And it's, we fight against those my uncle's brother's mama's cousin said nobody can ever buy a house, and or you need 20% down, and yeah, you can get that now. And
Right.
I think the coolest thing is, it came out a year ago. A year later, they made more revisions. So now if you're under 80%, it can be forgiven after 5 years. That was monstrous in itself. And they keep pushing the envelope on making it affordable. So now we went from 100% average median income to 120%. So
Okay.
now there's more attainability, affordability. So
Before
it'll be
we
interesting
talk
to see what they do next year.
before we talk more, just so people that might not know, what is the what is the Covenant
What are we
loan
talking
home
about?
loan
Yeah.
program?
So
Yeah.
the Covenant Act came about back in the day when redlining was happening. So we're talking pre-1968. There were special covenants, and covenants is basically just wording in title work that says what that property can be used for, how it can be used. Zone residential, 2-family stick-built home, duplex, single family, what have you. Well, back then they put extra covenants that would say this home could not be sold to an African American. This home could not be sold to a Jew. It couldn't be sold to this ethnicity and that ethnicity. And so it forced redlining, because now you couldn't sell that house to anyone, which perpetuated generational wealth not being able to be established.
Yeah.
For our BIPOC community. And BIPOC was a term I'd never even heard of that till I moved here. I had to Google, why is there
That was
this
it kind of came up
acronym?
in like 2020. That was kind of that movement. It came up, and
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have anything against it. I think it's great.
Yeah.
So I'm not.
It wraps everybody
Yeah.
up, right? Black, indigenous, people of color.
Yep.
Cool. I fit that.
Yep.
So the Covenant down payment program basically says, hey, if you were a Washington resident, if you or your family lineage, so your parents or grandparents, lived in Washington pre-April 1968, you could qualify to get 20% down plus your closing costs in a form of down payment assistance.
Okay, hold on. So if you have family that lives here before 1968, and I am a BIPOC citizen of Washington State, you mean to tell me I can possibly get 20% down on a potential home? I just wanted to make sure.
Plus closing costs.
Plus
Yes.
closing. I just want to make sure people are hearing that very clearly.
Yeah. Yeah. And it is, I'm having people that were born here in 1940, 1950, never purchased before. And they're like, well, yeah, I was born in 1957 up in Seattle. And I'm like, cool, you qualify. Let's go.
Right.
And so we got people who thinking they could never be a homeowner. For let's keep it real. It's expensive to live in Washington.
Yes.
Coming up with down payment, even 3%. $400,000 house, we're talking about 12 grand plus closing costs, which is normally another 12 to 14,000. So we're talking $25,000 just to get started.
Yep.
People don't have that.
Right.
It's difficult to come by unless you were fortunate enough to have that generational wealth handed down to you, and your parents got 400,000 of equity, and they're like, yeah, here's 50 grand to go buy a house.
Yep.
So
I think people need to understand that part, though. That's why it's important, because people might look at this program like, wait, why are they getting free money? It's like, well, because we couldn't buy the homes that appreciated, so that our family wasn't able to have that kind of wealth.
That's it. And it gets handed down. And I think what I love most is I'm going to go ahead and say 100% of the people that are qualifying for covenant are taking advantage of these programs. They're thinking that way.
Right.
I want to be able to hand this down to, like, my people that were born in 1950s. They're like, I want to buy this house because I want to hand it down to my grandson. They're thinking that way now, when they had never been able to think that way.
Right.
Now it's like, yes, I can't wait to hand this down to, and they can have the equity. And we see how crazy equity grows in the state of Washington just in the last 5 years. Literally, I'm say 100, almost 100% in some areas,
Right.
pre 2020, $200,000-$300,000 you could buy a house. Now that same house is 6, 7.
Yep. So if someone, like, let's say someone's listening right now and they're like, okay, well, cool. How do I get started? Like, what do they need to do?
Talk to Titus. Talk to a lender that knows about covenant. Talk to a lender, talk to a real estate professional that has done these transactions, because there are a lot of extra steps. For some people, we're doing family background searches that have to go back, and I've had some that have been triggered by having to go back to their past because of what has happened in relationships and past and whatnot. But for them, they're like, it's worth it because I see the end goal. So first step is talk with someone who's doing it, right? I average 1 to 2. Last year, I averaged about 1 to 2 covenant transactions a month. Now it's about 2 to 3. I just submitted 2 more and just I just submitted 2 more today to get approved, and I got an approval back from 1. So I'll have like 3 people just this week that have been approved and will start shopping. So it's important to work with people that know the product, that know the program, and that can do it, because there are still some lenders that don't want to touch it.
For sure.
Because this is a ethnically driven credit, they word it a certain way, credit program, because they had to word it a certain way because only certain ethnicities can qualify. So it's a special credit program. So there are some, like my previous company before I came to where I'm at now, they're like, no, we're not doing those because it's the litigation could happen and we don't want to be involved. And so you got some mortgage institutions that are like, nope, don't want to do it. So you got to weed through those, which is crazy to me, because we talk about, like, you did kind of like a world synopsis. It was gold, silver, sports. I mean, everything that's going on. The United States is looking at the state of Washington right now. Specific to this program, right? If you're in real estate and housing, other states are like, what are y'all doing?
For multiple reasons.
How did y'all do it?
Yeah, we got multiple.
Okay, well, let's give y'all some time and let's see, what happens. We do good with it, and we have been, and they refunded. They got more money. I think that's the other thing, is there's a fear. People are like, well, is the money going to dry up? Is the money going to go away? No, it's not. Literally every single real estate transaction that happens in the state of Washington funds the covenant program.
And that's law, ain't it?
Yeah.
And that's law. That's law. $100 from every single transaction, from the multi-million-dollar ones to the short sales, to all of it is going into the pot. So in 25, they were awarded 30 mil. They spent about 22 of it, I think. So they had like 8 mil left over. They got another 30 mil. in April. So they were sitting at like 32, 33 mil. I haven't found out new numbers, but it ain't going anywhere anytime soon. So I say first steps for people, get a conversation, sit down with a lender, sit down with your family. Hey, when did grandpa move here? Was he from here? And start having those historic conversations in your family, and then have conversations to sit down with us.
Yeah.
Is
That's a lot.
is it limited to only single family, or can you get multifamily as well?
They will go to duplex.
Duplex?
That's as high as it'll go. So
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can do multi-unit
Mhm.
for those that can. There are income caps
Yeah.
depending on the county. So in Pierce County, it's like 120. Here's my cheat sheet. LMNOP 144,000 is the income cap for Pierce County. 188,000 is a cap for King County, and it's not based on household. It's only based on who's on the application. So that helps. It could help those. Yeah, it's only, and you do have to be a first time home buyer.
Okay.
And they just came out with a guideline change earlier this week. Your spouse has to be a first time home buyer as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whether they're on the application or not, they did state if you are married, your spouse has to be a first time home buyer.
So everyone on that application has to be a first time home buyer, essentially.
Yep.
Okay.
Application or not if you're married, because Washington is a communal state. So my debts are my wife's debts, my wife's debts are my debts.
Yeah.
And when you're in a communal state, so they said for clarity, if you're married, and because some people were, it came up because, like, let's say my wife owned a house that we live in Fircrest, right? I'm not on it. It was her house, and we want to go buy another house and take advantage of covenant. Because she's not a first time home buyer, we would not be able to use covenant, even if it's just me buying a house. So they did pass some rules, underwriting guideline changes on that this week. And so that's another thing to keep in mind. Guidelines are a moving target. So what might have flown last week may not fly the next week, as they're doing more of these transactions. They're reanalyzing everything. And so it's because I don't want it to be, well, my Uncle Tom did. How come I couldn't do it too? It's like, well, they made guideline changes since Tom closed on his house.
Right.
So guideline changes do happen. But I think everyone should be making an attempt, seeing where you're at. I mean, home ownership is how you pass down that generational wealth. And you can only do it by doing it.
Right. No, that's all great information, man. I appreciate it. Is there anything else that you think people should know that is pertinent to? I mean, obviously we talked about getting started. Go talk to somebody, especially if you think you have. Like we just had two people on the call, like when Lay and Umi were on the call earlier, a couple episodes ago, and we asked about it, and they're like, "No, I didn't know," because Lay's family's. I know it definitely. I think he probably would. I think he would, what's the word?
Qualify.
He would qualify, yeah. I think he would qualify. So, yeah, there's just so many people out there that aren't aware that would potentially qualify. It maybe not. Yep. Maybe can't find the paperwork or whatever. But
and that it's, you don't know what you don't know. Right. And you're not going to know until you have the conversations and start digging. What's also cool too is when you start, and let's say you get approved, now it's that much easier for your brother, your sisters, your uncles, your cousins. Now you can everyone does. Once one person does the legwork, now it's not just generational. It's like, man, the whole family gets to ride now.
Right. Yep. Right. No, that's
that
big, man.
Creates generational wealth that stays in the family.
Yep.
And momentum. momentum,
And
forward
momentum.
momentum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I
J-Dan?
say just talk to us. Even if it's a no, you at least know where you stand. And I'm sure further there's going to be more DPA programs, and we'll talk about it further as they come out. So you may not qualify for one, but there are other ones where you can get 50,000 here, 100,000 there. So just because you may not qualify for one doesn't mean there might be another avenue for you.
Yep.
Sure.
And I would be remiss to say, there's going to be first-time homebuyer classes along this year as well that Titus will be holding, and we'll make sure that our folks know about those as well all throughout the year. So tap in if you want to know something about any of this and you don't know where to start or whatever. Tap in with one of these first-time homebuyers classes. So that's going to be on the books as well. So
education.
Yeah, J-Dan, you got any questions?
No, not really. I mean, I just wanted to hear a couple more things about it. But if someone is looking to get pre-approved or see if they can qualify for it, I'm gonna keep it real. I would say reach out to Titus, because I've talked to a lot of lenders, and I don't think anyone has as much knowledge as Titus about the specific program and even doing other things with it. A lot of people are still trying to learn it and on a learning curve and don't have a complete understanding of it. But out of a lot of them I talked to, like, Titus knows his stuff. I'll reach out to him for sure.
Yep. And with that, all right, well, appreciate the info, Titus. I know we got to get out of here. I know you got an appointment to get to. All of us got places to be and whatnot. We have a segment called Put Me On. So anything that you like this week or that you want to put people on, like, go ahead. Mine is going to be the same. Actually, no, it's not really the same, but it kind of is. J. Cole just dropped a four-song freestyle EP earlier this week called The Blizzard on his birthday, January 28th. And it's fire. It's over Bad Boy beats. I don't know why he did that. It's interesting to me seeing that he socked Diddy in protection of Kendrick. So that's why this whole conversation is funny to me, because when Diddy pulled up to Kendrick talking about a Control Versus back in like 2013-14, Cole's the only one ever to put hands on him and literally socked him in protection of Kendrick. So to say that he's weak for backing down from like battling his friend is kind of weird to me. Like, he's actually literally socked a dude for stepping to his friend. So it's just weird, you know what I mean? So he dropped some new music. The Fall Off's coming next week. That's my Put Me On. Anyway,
Thanks.
Anybody else?
I mean, when Iceman drops, we ain't gonna be talking about none of them. So
Drake's dropping Ice. I want Drake to drop Iceman, man. I hope he does. I think it's 2 years ago, man. It's time to move on.
Nah, for real. Yeah.
So
love it.
Yeah. Titus has been putting us on the whole time to the covenant program.
Yes. My put on is just get out there and get that education.
Yeah.
That education is priceless. We have fun when we teach our classes. Everyone makes a vision board. So that's my put on. Get educated.
That's dope. All right, man. Well, yeah, shout out to you, Titus. Thank you for coming on and taking the time. I know time is limited these days, especially with everything going on and getting business going again. So go Hawks also. Put me on. Brick by Brick was in the building for the Hawks game. What are we talking about? Yeah, I'll have some more content from that coming, but this has been a catch-up week. Just trying to catch up from last week. Titus also, shout out to Titus, because you won partner of the year for Realtist.
Partner of the year,
partner of the year at the Realtist. Yep.
Yeah.
Washington Realtist.
That meant a lot to me, because I've never won anything like ever.
That's fire.
And to get that from family, to get that from Realtist, I put my head down and just go to work, but to have people
well deserved,
hey,
brother.
Seen you, that's awesome.
I was really happy to be in that room, man. That Realtist event was super dope, man. Like, it's gotten better every year. I've been at the first one, and I've been to most of them, and that was the best one for sure.
Yeah.
And Angela Rye was up in there. That was dope.
Holding it down.
You know, but yeah, partner of the year for you, man. Well deserved, bro. Like, and people don't know what the Realtist is. Basically, the National Association of Realtors would not allow Black people into that organization. So the Black realtors had to create their own, and that's what with the Western Washington Realtists. So we have
our own group,
our own branch here in Western Washington. So we celebrate, and that was the gala last week. So it was a busy week. A lot of stuff going on. Brooks got installed as president. Jana got installed, one of our agents for Women's Council. We saw you there. So we was making the rounds, and I know you were at Raising Girls this week too. Like, yeah, it's been a lot of late nights, man, for your boy. So just trying to lick my wounds, man. No Diddy. So all right, man. Well,
wait.
I'm gonna we gotta sign off. I know you gotta get to damn therapy before you get in trouble with T. We don't want you getting in trouble with T. So
no. Thanks, you guys. I really appreciate it.
All right, appreciate y'all. Brick by brick. We'll be back next week, y'all. All right, peace.
Brick by brick.